What's going on, guys? Game Nut here, and I am back on the Madden 15 Ultimate Team, and today we have our conference championship game to go ahead and play in and hopefully move forward and advance into our first Super Bowl. But before we get into that, I have a new pickup that I added to the team. You can see I did decide to go ahead and complete the set for the Rob Gronkowski Team of the Week from the divisional week of the playoffs. Now, I told you guys in my bundle opening I probably wasn't going to do this collection because of the fact that I didn't get either one of the elite cards, but after, looking back and forth at it, I thought I could make a profit after, buying the two elites and then selling the Gronk. But he would never sell. There was constantly people putting him up for cheaper and cheaper prices. So, I would have just, lost profit on that. So I said, you know what, why not just go ahead and keep him on my team? I already made them. If I go ahead and sell them, I'd just, be losing coins out of the entire process. So obviously, we're going to welcome Rob Gronkowski. I love using tight ends on my team. Obviously, Jason Witten was a big part of our team in the past, so many episodes. So I'm excited to get Gronk in the lineup and start getting him some reps in this game, or in my team, I should say. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into our playoff game. You can see our reward will be 2,000 coins, 2 more badges, and then 1 more pack, which should be our head-to-head season collectible. So we are playing home once again. We are now playing off against the Broncos, and my opponent is kicking off to me first. Hopefully we can go ahead and do some damage. So Deshaun Jackson's going to return this kick. I'm going to get a nice little juke move in. We actually go ahead and get somewhat of a decent return. This is, kind of somewhat of my better returns, I guess you could say, at the 27-yard line. So on 2nd and 10, I figured out why not go to one of my my normal plays that I do, little curl route, which sometimes my receiver will break off and get a long touchdown. But man, I did not start this game off well. I already throw an interception to start things off. I can't believe it. Immediately that put me in a state of being pissed off, and I was like, all right, I got to come back and start doing good. So my opponent was Jamal Charles in the backfield on 2nd and 6. He gets clocked right there. So on 3rd and 6, terrible user by me. You can see I was using Luke Kuechly, and I saw the route coming to me. I just kind of waited, and I made a bad choice. I should have played on that a little bit better and probably would have stopped the first down. But on 2nd and 10, you can see the screenplay. He gets another first. So on 1st and goal now, all he does is have to hand it off to Franco Harris, who just goes right up the middle and already goes up 7-0 on me in this game. So on my possession, here we go. Jack Ham does go down and sack Joe Montana. So we're not starting this game off very well at all. So on 2nd and 19, another play that I like doing, the slot cross to Wes Welker. He gets a decent chunk of yards, and I saw Gronk wide open. Well, not really wide open, but I knew he would go up and get that grab. But unfortunately, we go down for another sack in this game. So back to my opponent. I had to play it smart and punt the ball. What does he do besides go to Jamal Charles? And let me tell you guys, all he did this entire game was rely on Jamal Charles. Every single play was based around this man. I don't think he threw it to anyone else but Jamal Charles, unless LaShawn McCoy came in and checked into the game. Just like right there, who gets -1 yard. So I saw it was going to be a screenplay. I knew that's what his play call was going to be. I locked it up with Luke Kuechly behind the line of scrimmage. So it is 3rd and 14. He actually does go for a passing play right here, but Von Miller, fortunately for us, that beast, he does swat the ball down. So I didn't let go of another touchdown and have to go to 2 touchdowns, but unfortunately I did only let up a field goal, so I will take that over a touchdown. So back to that slot play with Wes Welker. He does pick up a first. So on 2nd and 7 now, got to go to a screenplay of my own with Ahmad Green. He is just short of the first down now. So on 3rd and 1, I've got to give it right back to him. He can go right up the middle of the field and pick up a first down. So we only have 30 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. I've got to make sure that I get some points on the board before this half is over. So again, another little slot route to, this time, Steve Smith Sr., who is a beast. And you know what? I kind of freaked out here. I looked at my plays, or the options I have, and I couldn't find one that I liked. I did get a first down and moved this a little bit closer to the field goal range. So that's what I had to settle for. I probably, if I played it a little bit smarter and didn't freak out, maybe could have gotten a touchdown out of that. But you know what? I guess field goal is a field goal. I will take my points out of it. So we're going to jump to the 2nd half of this game. Nothing happened in the final 20 seconds of the 2nd half. So my opponent, what is he doing? He's just feeding Jamal Charles, and I was just, you can see he's already got 11 rushes in this game, and I was just waiting for him to fumble. So right here, I knew it was going to be this play. Again, an awful user by me. I've got to work on the solo challenges and pick a better dude that I want to use, because middle linebackers, I think I do good, but I'm always, blowing the coverage and whatnot, especially on routes when I know what it's going to be. I mess up I get screwed up in my mind. But you can see right here, I do read it. I always lock up the screens. I look for it every single play, and I saw it, locked it up with Luke Kuechly once again. This play, Darrelle Revis comes up huge for us and gets an interception that's going to put us right back into this game. So now I've just got to capitalize on that turnover, go down and get some 7 points on the board. So again, his defensive line was just beast. They were filled with legends, and I just go down for another sack, and I do that. I go ahead, give my opponent the ball right back. I didn't even see his defender, and if I did, I thought I could get it right over him, but he had the hops. He jumped up and picked that ball right off. So again, we just turned the ball right over. I saw the screenplay again. I was trailed a little bit behind on that, but luckily the CPU did go ahead and pick that off. So right here, man, oh, that would have been killer if he got that ball. So he didn't go for the field goal. Fortunately for us, he did just decide to punt the ball. So I've got to, go down and get a touchdown out of this game. You might think that the score or the time is going by very quickly in this game. My opponent was a savage. He just chewed the clock the entire game. I hate when people do that, but I've got to go now on 3rd and 6. The screenplay, I don't pick it up, but I have to go ahead and go for it here on 4th down. I don't trust my defense, especially since they weren't stopping Jamal Charles. I've got to go with my slot play to Steve Smith this time. He picks up a first. Fortunately, keeps us alive in this game. So the play that I threw an interception in the beginning of this game, I went back to it. I was scared to do it, but fortunately, this time I think it was Steve Largent who got the reception on that. And once again, this time on another slant play, Steve Largent picks up another first for us, so he's putting us in this. Wes Welker on the slot play once again. This time jukes at his defender and picks up a first down, puts us in the goal position. So you can see right here, back to Wes Welker on 3rd and goal. He can't hang on to the ball, so this is it. This is the game on 4th and goal, and Steve Smith Sr. comes up clutch. He picks up another touchdown for my team, so that does put us into overtime. We've got an overtime thriller here in the conference championship game. My opponent unfortunately did win the coin toss, so he obviously elected to receive the pass. Right here, I can see I'm using Luke Kuechly. I know what it's going to be. It's going to be that little route to Jamal Charles, and why does this happen to me? That's pretty much going to end this game. I mean, on that 3rd and 7, I locked it down. I knew what play it was going to be. He just goes up the middle with Franco Harris now, and my opponent from here on out, he's just going to go down the field and just keep picking up yardage, and you can see now he's on the 1 yard line. I knew it was going to be to Franco Harris, but my defensive line, they couldn't penetrate and get through, so a touchdown wins the game in overtime, and that is going to be it. We are eliminated from the playoffs once again. So disappointed. I wanted a Super Bowl so bad. I thought that was my chance since, I did get a first round bye, but I've got to go into the highlight reel right here and just show you guys what happened during that play. I'm using Luke Kuechly. I knew it was going to be to LaShawn, or actually, I don't know, that was LaShawn McCoy checked into the game. You can see I was directly on top of him, and I held the button to get an interception. I held triangle, and all Luke Kuechly did was put his hands up in front of him. He didn't, turn at all to go ahead and pick off the ball behind him. So, situations like that where I can't really control why I lost the game, it just kills me. I hate it so much, and that was the turning point in that game. What I think, interceptions, that's things that I do. It really screws it up. But unfortunately for us, we couldn't get back into the game. But something like that where Luke Kuechly, he can't just turn his back and put his hands up in front of the ball instead of, just in front of the space in front of him. But unfortunately, you guys, we could not go further in and win a Super Bowl. I'm so disappointed, but I am looking to bounce back into the next season. I think about getting a new running back. If you guys, I'm going to leave a little poll in the description down below what uniforms you would like to see me use in the next season. Go ahead and make sure you click on that poll. Go ahead and just vote for me very quickly. So anyway, guys, once again, I hope you all enjoyed watching. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Catch you later, guys. Peace.
Look, girl, you got me faded, like I downed the whole bottle. Yeah, you walked in the room, looking like a Victoria's Secret model. Throw your number in my iPhone.